Hi friends, it's Tuesday, August 12th, 2014. Lynn and Jamie here, continuing our assignment in the D.C. area. We've come back to work with the energy of the women's prison and potentially the pretrial facility as well. We don't know whether or not our work will include that. But our assignment is, for now, to work in the correctional system at the places that have the energy that needs help the most, by and large, and in such a way to trigger the awakening whose time has come by working with these deeply suffering groups. Now we begin.
Seeing what looks like a chimney with smoke coming out of it, but it's like black smoke coming out of a chimney, and the smoke looks like cartoon ghosts.
I see those cartoon ghosts.
The chimney, and it looks like there's a really big furnace, like the furnace of a steamship. It's huge and coal is being shoveled into it, and then this ghost smoke comes out. The coal feels like anger or
yeah, resentment.
Yeah, like angry lumps of anger.
And resentment.
And then it becomes this pollution, this smoke. And the smoke is coming out of the building, and it's like blocking the sun. It's like covering the sky around it. It looks like they're wearing masks.
Yeah, maybe they don't want you to know.
That could be, and they're huge. It looks like very, very tall, very big people in uniforms with masks on, shoveling the coal. What's going on?
Okay. So the black smoke is coming in a hole near your sacrum, and it's like coming up through your energy body, and it's messing up your energy body. Can you see where the black smoke is coming into your energy body?
Yeah.
Down low. So my perception is, and I could have this wrong, guides are saying take a guess. So the guess is that this is about learning how to hold our energy bodies so that we're able to work in these places that are full of challenging vibrations that are being continually pumped into the atmosphere, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so if we can't hold ourselves inviolate in that environment, then we aren't ready to work in it, because it'll take us down, just like it takes down the prison chaplain and everybody else, right? So there's no point of that, right? And so to have this experience right now is, look, those people are still pumping in negative vibes, we'll call it, quote unquote.
Right. It's like a constant flow.
It's a constant flow. And so for us to be able to be working in that environment in clear space, we have to have a good solid perimeter to our energy body. And so this is like a test, and now we can find the leaks in our energy bodies for us and for everybody who's here to make a difference. Is it likely that everybody in the correctional system has the same issue?
Yeah.
Because is there a continual stream of new inmates?
Yes.
Are they happy at being arrested?
No.
Are they happy at being sentenced?
No.
They're just not happy. Are they usually ready to deal with their stuff?
No.
No. And so are they continually shoveling coal into the fires?
Yes.
Right. So this is just a continual pattern, right?
Right.
It's never going to be different, right? That's incorrect. Right, we both realize that's true, but this is a pattern that has to be dealt with.
Yes.
And now we see how I'm trying to draw the channels up, but there's this hole that's low and in the back, and it doesn't want to heal. The hole believes itself to be an escape, a way to escape, a way out, an escape. We're trying to, all of us, leave ourselves some means of escape. Maybe escape from our soul plan, often, right?
Right.
Often that's what we're trying to escape from, right?
Right.
Our soul plan. There. Ask that hole, is that what it's about?
Yes.
Yeah. So, ask the hole, can it tell that it's letting in the black smoke?
Yeah.
Ask it if it feels like that's helpful.
No.
Is it willing to seal up the escape route just for a short period of time, maybe a month or a year? Is it willing to give it a year?
Yeah.
We can put the idea of escape on the shelf behind us where we put things for the short term that we aren't ready to let go of permanently. Put it up there for a year. Does the correctional system want an escape route from its soul plan?
No.
Not at all. It wants to live its soul plan, right?
Right.
Yeah, it wants to live its soul plan. So, healing the escape route, the correctional system seems fine with throw away the key, right?
Right.
It wants to just do it. It's really, really feeling like it's tried enough other ways that don't work, that it just wants to do it. Now we notice that in working with the correctional system that the facilities that have shorter term sentencing, such as 18 months and under, the attitude seems to be, I'm just going to power through it, right?
Right.
And that the longer term facilities seem to have more openness to change, let's call it, right?
Right.
More of an awareness of I've got to change. I've got to change, right?
Right.
So, is a year likely to be a time limit that's going to be effective?
No.
What would be a more effective time limit? Inmates have a 5-year sentence. Is it enough for them to want to change?
Yes.
When they have a 10-year sentence, does there seem to be something magic about 10 years? That feels like a lifetime, right?
Yes.
Even notice how even at 5 years there's some kind of feeling of
I can just get through it.
I can just get through it. I can hunker down, right?
Right.
At 10 years, is that feeling still there of I can just get through it?
No, 10 years is a long time.
It's a long time. So, are we willing to heal this for 10 years? Put this on the shelf for 10 years? Put it in a 10-year time capsule? 10 years of work to live our soul plan. Being one with the correctional system, we can sign, right? A 10-year commitment to just live our soul plan, right?
Right.
Just really go for it for 10 years. Now, I suddenly am back there with the coal being shoveled in.
Yeah,
and
I see that.
Yeah, but check inside the field. Is there a leak? The coal is still being shoveled in. The smoke is still coming out, right? But
Right.
is it affecting inside the pillar?
No.
It's just clear here, right?
Right. It makes me think of how people in prison will romanticize their lives outside prison and then get out and it's not as great as they had built it up in their heads.
People all do this.
Oh yeah.
Not just people in prisons. Everybody does this, right?
Right.
The grass is always greener, right?
Right.
Romanticizing what we don't have, right?
Right.
And we get there and we realize, wait a minute, I don't like this.
Yeah. The story is that they'll get back to it and it'll be so much better than this.
Well, then 10 years isn't long enough,
Maybe
then,
10
is
years
it?
isn't long enough.
Because if they're still doing that, then that's not the point, right? The point is to get to the place where we're willing to say, I need to change. I need to change. Now I'm just going to do what my soul has come here to do.
Right.
So, let's go farther out then. Put it high, like on a higher shelf. Can you see how the 1-year shelf is lower than the 10-year
Right.
shelf, and lower than the 20-year shelf, lower than the 30-year shelf? How high up does it need to be before we quit playing that silly game? Right?
Right.
Because that's a path toward pain, isn't it?
Right.
It's a way to create suffering for ourselves, right?
Right. Well, it feels like until people have a life sentence, they still have, you know, they can live as though this isn't their life. This is just the time that they're spending in prison. And their life is out there. But if you're in prison for your whole life, that's your life.
And now you have to make the best
And
of
that's
it.
the point of, at least it's what it feels like, is the point of like, oh, well, if this is what my life is going to be,
I need to get a grip.
I need to get a grip. Well, maybe 20 years is enough.
I don't think so, but
I
let's
don't
start
think
there.
so.
Let's start there, right?
Right.
And does it seem like the tendency to wish to simply wait to get out
Right.
is still present?
Yeah, totally.
Well, then, that's not long enough, right?
Right.
Ask her if she's willing to move it to the 30-year shelf,
Yeah, it's not long enough.
40-year shelf,
No.
50-year shelf,
Better, but no. I think it needs to,
life imprisonment. See the life imprisonment way up there?
yeah.
Lifetime, right? Lifetime
Right.
commitment, right?
Right. You're not getting out.
You're not getting out. There's no getting out. There isn't
Right.
any getting out. This is your life.
Right.
Now, let's do it the best we can.
Right.
Me too, me too, me too. Committing to living our soul plan for life, right?
Right.
Because that's what we're talking about here, right?
Right.
Living our soul plan to the end, right?
Yeah.
Not going to turn around. I'm not going to run away. I'm not going to make another choice other than to live my soul plan, whatever it is, right?
Right.
I'm an inmate and I've got a life sentence, and so, like, you know, these guards, they're going to be here. Other prisoners, they may come and go, right? But those
Right.
guards, this is their job, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to have long-term friends. Who had I better be friends with?
The guards.
The guards and the other real life, and the life prison, everybody who's here for the long haul, right?
Yeah.
Everybody who isn't counting the days till they get out,
Right.
right?